All the best.
Thank you.
अपना स्कोर बोलना याद से. Okay, we are live.
Okay, we are live. Good evening, everyone. So,
wait. I'm not able to show my screen. Just one second.
okay.
Okay.
Let's start, Shrishti.
Yeah, sure, Anvesha.
Yeah. Can you share the screen?
Can you see my screen, Anvesha?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, thank you, Shrishti. So, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and preparations for your MBA entrance examinations are also going on in full swing. We welcome you all to the live session on the official YouTube channel of SIDTM. Let's start with a brief introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Anvesha Hazarika. I am from Assam. I have done my undergraduation in Assam itself. I am an electronics and communication engineer. I got 96.54 percentile in SNAP, post which I joined SIDTM as a fresher. Now I would like my colleague Shrishti Bhalerao to give her introduction.
Thank you, Anvesha. Good evening to everyone. My name is Srishti Bhalera. I've done my bachelor's in electronics and telecommunication from Swami Vivekanand. It's in Chambur. And I've scored around 95.23 percentile in SNAP. And right now I'm pursuing my MBA in digital and telecom management in SIDTM. I'm in my first year. Thank you. Moving forward.
Yeah, moving forward. So the idea behind this session is to strategize your study plan with us for SNAP. I know you all are already preparing for it in full swing, but knowing about your study plan, but knowing about it from the people who have already appeared it themselves would be of great help. So let's start. So as you can see in front of you, SNAP 2022 is a national level test examination held in computer-based mode for admission into more than 26 MBA programs in 16 SIU affiliated institutes. As you can see, registration for SNAP has already started. It has started from 4th August and the last date to register and apply for SNAP is 24 November. So as you can see, there's only 1 month left to apply for SNAP. So I would suggest you all to hurry up and apply for it. And as you can see, it's 5th December, the admit card will be live for the first SNAP test, and for this 10 December, admit card for SNAP test 2 and test 3 will be live. Moving on. Yeah, this time SNAP is your SIU has allowed SNAP to give 3 times, and I think this is the best decision. The more the merrier. You can see the timings, it's the same timing 2 to 3 p.m. Then the first SNAP test will be on 10 December, then it will be on 18, then it will be on 23. If your SNAP attempt, the first SNAP attempt has not gone your way, and you think that you can do well in your other SNAP attempts, this is your chance. And I think it's a very good chance that you all have got. So yeah, I think you should apply for all the 3 attempts because the best out of 3 will be taken, or anyway, you can apply for 2 attempts, okay? And the announcement of result is on 10 January.
Now I would like to talk about the SNAP structure. SNAP exam is of 60 minutes and there are 60 questions. So 1 minute for 1 question. SNAP is a computer-based exam, and the main important part of SNAP is it has negative marking. So every right answer will give you 1 mark, and every wrong will have minus 0.25. So it's very important when you mark an answer, make sure you know the question, you know the answer, and then only mark your answer, because even it's just 0.25 negative marking, but it can make a huge difference in your percentile. So it's very important to mark the correct answer. And if you don't know the answer, please do not mark the wrong answer. And as Anvesha mentioned earlier, this year SNAP is allowing 3 attempts. So it's a very good news for all of you, because I remember in during our time, there was only 2 attempts were allowed. So this is a very good opportunity because you get 3 tries, and I think you can ace it in this. And I think make sure like minimum you give 2 exams and maximum it is 3, but minimum I think each and everyone should give at least 2 exams. So moving forward, here is the SNAP exam pattern. So there are 3 sections in SNAP: verbal ability, logical reasoning, and quantitative ability. So as you can see in verbal ability, there are 15 questions, logical has 25, and quantitative has 20. So talking about the difficulty level of each section, like verbal ability is from low, easy to moderate level difficult. Logical, it is logical and quantitative. It is like moderate to difficult level questions come. So it's very important that you practice each and every question, and like with each difficulty level, that will help you in exam, because you will get familiarized with lot of questions, and then you can choose the right question to solve an exam, which will help you gain more marks. Moving forward,
Yes, so now I will talk about the verbal ability part of SNAP. As you can see, the question types that come in SNAP that are fact-based RC, vocab, analogies, grammar, fill in the blanks. And the level of difficulty, as you can see, it is easy to moderate, moderate to difficult. So I would like to suggest some tips how to ace this section. So the level of verbal ability is from easy to moderate, and reading comprehension is also a part of it. So reading comprehension to become easy for you, one must be a regular reader of newspaper. Okay, this can help in increasing your speed and also helps in developing concentration and its retention. It is a scoring section. Verbal ability is a scoring section. It can get easy for you if you are a thorough reader. But I would say, as per my experience, I remember last year in the SNAP, reading comprehension part didn't come, but it is not sure that it might not come this year. So you must practice every type of question that can come in the SNAP examination. Secondly, I would suggest keep a good practice of grammar. Okay, grammar is the foundation of any language. Your fluency in grammar will make other parts of the verbal ability section like RCs, prose much easier. And please clear your grammar basics and try solving questions about sentence correction, error detection questions, practice questions related to reported speech and tenses, and also try to identify the words that you are not familiar with and try to understand their meaning and usage. And I would also suggest, this I have done myself, to like try to watch some series or documentaries with subtitles. This will enhance knowledge of spoken English. And this is a fun way to learn about spoken English too. And also memorize idioms and idiomatic expressions. Yes, idioms and idiomatic expressions absolutely come in SNAP. And also time management is imperative to get a good score. Reading and practicing is the key to acing the verbal ability section. And if you talk about some other parts also, like cause and effect type of questions, complete the paragraph, and parajumble questions, I would say for that, I would suggest some tips that they are concentrate on the opening and closing paragraphs, because most of the passages that will come in SNAP will be short, but one or two might be long. So if there's a shortage of time, please read the opening and the last paragraph, because the first and the last paragraphs always contains the passage's main idea. Okay, and if there is a question based on a particular line, read at least 2 to 3 sentences before and after the line to understand what it is trying to convey. This will help you to write the answer with better accuracy. And yes, most important, improve your vocabulary. Try increasing your vocabulary. It is extremely vital to build on your core language skills in order to develop to be an affluent reader. Keep reading editorials. Keep reading editorials and make a note of new words. Try to use them in your conversations and also in your sentences. So these are some of the tips. I think I have covered 1, 2, and 3 tips. And yeah, the 4th number tip is to start reading editorials. I would say reading editorials will also help in your verbal ability section, and also the different processes after the SNAP exam you give. In GE-PIWAT, PI and WET processes. There are also in the technology or recent business news. If you read the editorial, you have enhanced your knowledge of GK also, and you have also and it also helps in your English language skills. So I would say reading editorial is very helpful. So these are some of the tips of verbal ability. And moving on, logical reasoning will be covered by Shushti.
Thank you, Anvisha, for the tips. Now, moving forward for the logical reasoning, as you can see here, these are the topics that are most important topics that are asked in the SNAP exam. The topics such as blood relations, clock, number series, verbal analogy, quant-based reasoning, arrangements, scheduling, calendar, coding, decoding, paper cutting, and miscellaneous. These are some types. These are the most important questions that come. So you should be thorough with each and every topic. And the difficulty level that you can expect in this is easy to moderate and moderate to difficult. So as you can see, there are all types of difficulty levels. So it is your job to do each and every question with on every difficult level. So you start from easy, then you proceed, and then you go to difficult. This will make you you will know all the questions that will come in SNAP. So moving forward, I would like to talk about some tips for logical reasoning. So first tip is practice as much as you can. So this is one of the most important tips that I would like to give you, because in logical reasoning, the topics that come have variety. Like a single topic like blood relation can have variety of questions, like different types. It can be twisted, right? So it's important that you practice as much as you can, because it will help you to know what types of question may come in exam. Like, because if you see an unfamiliar question in exam, you will be like, you will get stuck on that question. So if you don't want to get stuck, you should know beforehand like what different types of question can come from a single topic. Therefore, I would suggest you to do like 40 to 50 questions minimum of each topic, and that will help you to get familiarized with a particular topic. So moving forward, keep increasing the level of difficulty of question. As I mentioned earlier in the previous slide, all levels of difficulty come in the question paper. So it's very important for you to know the difficulty level, because what happens during SNAP paper is like you may have studied a topic and you know the topic very well and you have done all the questions, right? But a different type of question with from a similar topic can come, and you must think, I've done the topic, so I can solve the question. But when you take to solve the question, it appears like you can't solve it because there is some minor information that is missing, and you don't know, and you've wasted almost like 2-3 minutes on the question, which actually you can't afford in SNAP because it's very time sensitive exam, right? So you can't afford to lose marks on based of this. So that's why familiarizing yourself with different levels of difficulty is very important in this SNAP exam. The third tip I would like to give is practice puzzles or brain teasers to prep your brain. So first, here I would like to say is in logical reasoning, visual ability questions come a lot, because it's like puzzles come, and then mirror questions come. Also, paper folding questions can come. So these questions you will be able to solve in an easy manner if you are like if you're very good in puzzles or brain teasers. So practice, like, it's a fun way to learn also, and therefore I would suggest you guys to do some puzzles or brain teasers here and there. And second, the last but not the least, the tip that I would love to give is always read the question carefully before solving. So this is one of the most important tips that I think you can apply to each and every section, actually, because it can be applied in verbal, logic, and quantitative. This means, like, in logical, what happens is there is a question, but you might miss a minute details here and there by reading a question. And that might be, because of that, you might get a wrong answer, and you must think it's a right, and you will mark it. And then in future, you'll lose the mark. So that's why, as it is a negative marking paper, so make sure you read the question like twice or thrice before giving any answer. So these are some tips that I would like to give. And moving further.
Yeah, moving further, let's talk about the quantitative ability part of the SNAP examination. So you can see the question type. What are the question types? It is presented in your screen. So arithmetic, numbers, geometry, mensuration, trigonometry, simplification. These are the question types that come in quantitative ability, and the level of difficulty is moderate, moderate to difficult, and easy. So my tips for quantitative ability is one must practice every question from easy to difficult. No question of quantitative ability must be skipped. The basics must be cleared about all the topics, whether it be arithmetic or geometry or mensuration. As Shushti told, you increase the level of difficulty. Please start with easy, then with moderate, then start the difficult questions. Please solve as much questions as you can of quantitative ability. You must try to keep a tab on the time to see how much time you're taking to solve one question of quant. Generally, according to me, as per my preparation and last year, as I have given mocks, I have seen quant takes most of your time. But I would suggest to solve one question of quant, try to solve it in 1 minute. If you're taking more time than that, I would suggest please skip that question, because as you know, SNAP is a speed-based examination. 60 questions to be attempted, 60 questions are there and to be done in 60 minutes. So it's a very time-intensive examination. If you're giving any question more than 1 minute, then you are losing, then you can lose some other good questions also where you can get your marks. So being stuck on that will be a problem. Another tip I would like to suggest for quant is memorize tables up to 20. Memorize tables of squares, cubes, square roots, percentages, and fraction. This will help you a lot. If you know what is 2 cubed, 2 to the power 4, and you can easily apply in that question, it will become very easy for you. It will become very easy. So this will help in your arithmetic also, in profit and loss type of questions, in averages and mixtures, and all that type. So all these exams are very speed based. So the key for quantitative ability, I would say, is to develop speed and accuracy. Yes, accuracy is also very important. Accuracy in solving all the questions. Practice a good number of mocks. Practice a good number of sample papers to gain your control over speed and accuracy. And also, I would suggest before attempting the mocks and sample papers, completing the syllabus is also very important for conceptual clarity and answering the questions. And the most important tip for quantitative ability, I would say, is to solve SNAP previous year question papers. SNAP previous year question papers will help you to understand the difficulty level and the types of questions that are usually asked in the examination. I would suggest to solve the previous year's papers of SNAP ranging from the last 10 years, because I also did that and it was very helpful. So candidates must solve SNAP question paper that they are well prepared and well versed with the syllabus, exam pattern, topics covered, section-wise weightage and difficulty level. It is also suggested that you must practice quant papers or quant questions in a exam-like environment, and also try to analyze your mistakes. Please analyze your mistakes and try to not do that mistake in the future. And please increase the attempts of mock test. And yes, the tips presented in front of you are, firstly, it is avoid using a calculator. Yes, SNAP exam doesn't allow you to use calculator. It is all about your mental calculation or how you are doing it on paper. So never, when you're practicing for quant, please don't use calculator at all. Try doing it by yourself. And yes, secondly, prepare a list of shortcuts. Shortcuts help a lot. I told you already, please try to prepare tables of 20, squares, cubes. This is going to help you a lot. And prepare a list of shortcuts, all the formulas of algebra or maybe geometric progression and all that. Write it in a paper, keep it in front of you, wake up in the morning, try to revise all that. This is going to help you a lot. Yes, and I already told you, practice previous year question papers. This is going to seriously help you a lot. You can understand what type of questions may be asked. And yes, start practicing questions with a 1-minute timer. As I already mentioned, quant questions take a lot of time. So practicing under 1 minute will help you a lot. So try doing that. Yeah, moving on.
So I would like to talk the do's about the SNAP exam, the things that you must do. So first, it is keep a track of time while solving questions. As Anvesha mentioned just before only, that it's very important to track your time, because quantitative ability questions takes lot of time to solve. Like one question takes, and you keep on trying to solve and solve. That's why it takes time to solve. So first, I think you should keep a track of time, like what question is taking how much time, so that that we'll know like which questions to solve during the exam. Because in Snap you can't waste time on just one question, because you have to make a strategy such as like you try to solve a lot of questions, right? So it's very important for you to keep a track of time and understand like which question will take how much time. That will help you in your during a D-Day. The second one is have a formula sheet for you to revise every day. I think this is also one of the most important things if you want to ace your SNAP exam, because I think most of you must have a formula sheet. But if you don't, please, I request you all to just make a formula sheet and revise it every day. This will help you during the exam, because what happens is right now we are practicing and we are giving marks. So we are very we are in the zone, like we can give the marks very well. But when it's like pressure, when there is a snap, when it's the D-Day, there is a pressure, there is time taking. Sometimes the formulas might not come if you're not well prepared. So it's very important, like it should be in your subconscious mind, like, okay, I know the formulas, and automatically the formulas will come. So it's very important to have a formula sheet. The third is understand the basics before moving to complex questions. So as we have seen before, all type of difficulty level questions come, and it's very important for you to know all types of questions, because it will help you to understand the questions in the paper. Because if you choose the wrong question and you waste time on it, like it will affect the total overall marks that you get. So it's very important to choose your questions wisely. It's like everybody is gonna give the SNAP exam, and if, everyone is going to study the same. But at the same time, if you know which question to choose and what is the difficulty level and what time will the question take to solve, it is the most important thing, and you will get a upper hand on others, right? The fourth is start with the section you're most confident about. I think this is one of the most important things that here is to do, because here I would suggest you to create a strategy of yourself. I know like there are a lot of strategies on internet and YouTube and everywhere, but those are their strategies, right? Those are their good points and weak points. It's everything, the strategy is created according to them. So for you to ace an exam, it's very important for you to create your own strategy. So my most important tip here would be give lot of mocks, as Anisha mentioned earlier. Give
Yeah.
mocks, and of course, like you will not get your strategy like in just one mock or two mocks. You have to like give 2 to 3 mocks, then you'll understand your weak points, you'll understand your strong points, and according to that, then you can, start analyzing where you can give time or where you cannot give time, which question should be answered first, which should be left after for afterwards. That's the way you proceed. So for me, how I did was like I would like to share here, like what I did first, like my strongest point was logical reasoning and verbal ability, and my weak point was quantitative aptitude. Now you must be saying I'm from engineering and still my weak points are quantitative, because I did diploma, and from there only I was using calculator. I'm very used to using calculators actually. So for me, mental calculation was very difficult, and I think that's the one of the problems that I faced in quantitative also. So for me, logical reasoning was the main focus. So what I did was verbal ability. I solved it in like 6 minutes or something, and then I moved to quantitative. I scanned the section, not just the section, and then I saw like this question was easier, so and so, and I solved the question, and I gave my entire remaining time to logical reasoning. So that was how I did, because I knew I had to score the maximum in the two sections, like the logical and the verbal. Those were my strong points, and I had to score a lot in that. So that was my strategy. So for you, you should create your own strategy according to your strong points and weak points. And last, the fifth tip is keep finding methods to solve questions quicker. So here it's very important for you to know, like, one question cannot be solved just by one method. There are a lot of different ways to solve one question, and you should know like 2 to 3 ways to solve one question. So basically in quantitative, right, it's very important because one question can be solved in various ways. There is a long method, there is a short method, then there is a shortcut. There are different methods that you can solve a question in quantitative. So it's very important for
Yeah.
you to know different types of method that you can solve. And then you have to practice that method, right? You have to practice it continuously, continuously, continuously. And then at the D day, you can, solve the question quicker and that will save your time. And then you can give that time to another question. So that's how you manage your time in SNAP exam. So these are my do's for the SNAP. Moving forward.
Yeah. So I would like to talk about the don'ts for SNAP examination. Do not waste time on one single question. I have already told you about that. Yeah, as I told you, quant is the most time consuming section. So 1 minute to one question. That was my strategy, and I am suggesting you all to also follow that strategy. If you can solve it under 1 minute, please do it. Otherwise, skip that question. And for verbal ability, as Shushti said, I also completed it under like 7-8 minutes verbal ability part, and my also quant was not my very strong suit. My strong suit was logical reasoning, as snap doesn't have sectional cutoff. So my strategy was to score the most in logical reasoning than in verbal, and yeah, I would try to do some good score in quant also, but I knew quant was not my strong suit, so I didn't give it much time. I think the last 15 minutes I gave to quant, but this was my strategy for my snap examination. So the thing is, as the second point goes, do not scan the paper, pick your strategy and start solving. So this was my strategy. First I went for logical reasoning, then I went for verbal ability, then I went for quant. So this was my strategy. Your strategy may be different, but you will know about it once you start solving mock papers and sample papers. If you're not practicing, you will not know your strategy. You will not know what is a strong suit. So practicing a lot of mocks and practicing a lot of questions will only help you. That will only help you, and you can know your strategy. Okay, so do not scan the paper. I would suggest before your snap examination, if you have solved enough mocks, you will already be clear what your strategy should be and follow that. Do not change your strategy on the D-Day. Okay. Third point is do not guesswork, as it can lead to negative marking. Okay, I would like to say about one incident. Okay, I'm saying about a hypothetical situation. Okay, but it has happened. I'm just saying. Suppose there is a person who has got like 35 marks in SNAP, and there is a person who got like 30 marks. Okay, the difference is only 5 marks, but the 35 score who got, he may get a percentile of about maybe 85 percentile or something, and the person who got scored 30 marks, he may get a percentile of 75 or something. So you can see a 5 marks difference can drop your percentile a lot. So do not guesswork at all, as there is negative marking. Please mark the questions you are confident about, that you know that this is correct. There is going to be, snap is thought to be an easy paper, but I'm telling you it is not. Under pressure, under 60 minutes, it's not an easy paper at all. So please mark the questions that you are really confident about, otherwise it can lead to negative marking. Do not do guesswork at all. Fourth point, do not overwork the night. This is the most important. Do not overwork the night before the examination. Please be confident about yourself. You have prepared well. You have given enough mocks. You can do well. Do not overwork yourself before the night. Have faith in yourself. Don't learn. And the last is, don't learn about new topics on the D-Day. Do not start with new topics in the last days of exam preparation. This is also very important. Do not learn about new topics on the D-Day, as it may lead to nervousness. Please be confident about what you have learned all these months. Be confident about that. Be confident about the topics. You will do well. If you're going to get nervous, you're going to talk to your friends and you think of changing your strategy or learning about new topics, this is not going to help you at all. Before the night of the examination, I would say sleep well, eat well, drink water, eat food, stay hydrated, and just have a good night's sleep. I know it is easy to say. Obviously, you all will be very nervous. As same was the situation with me. Just easy to say now. I was also very nervous. Yes, same, right, Shushti? So same was the situation with me. It is very easy to say something like this, but these are the tips I would like to suggest. So don't be nervous. Go give your exam. You will do well. Yeah. Moving on.
So moving on, I would like to talk about SIDTM. So there is a lot of questions that come like, is SITM and SIDTM same or not? So yes, SITM and SIDTM are same. First, the college name was SITM, but when the national telecommunication policy changed from digital communication policy in 2018, it was crucial for the institute to include the digital India name. So the SITM became SIDTM. And I think it's very good also because right now, as we can see, the entire world is on technology, is on digital technology also. So having that is a good point. So moving forward, I'd like to talk about the three specializations that our college provides. Here we have specialization as a major specialization and a minor specialization. So the systems, marketing, and analytics are the major specialization, and finance is the common in three, which is a minor specialization. So here after like there is an exam conducted like SAT, it's a normal exam, and after that you can choose your specialization based on that. So these are the specializations. Moving forward.
Also about this curriculum, also I would like to add about SIDTM. So curriculum of SIDTM is very different from any of the colleges, and any of the colleges in India or in competition. With the changing needs of the market and everything be data driven, SIDTM definitely provides you with the overall package to help you stand out from the crowd from a typical MBA degree. So I would say it will definitely give you an edge because you are learning about technology and management at the same place. And this curriculum is also going to make you ready for any industry since all the organizations are now opting for digital transformation. It's in the news. You learn about digital transformation. You are hearing about 5G, IoT, digital marketing, cybersecurity. All that you can learn at SIDTM. So yeah,
I would like to
moving
add
on.
one more thing
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I'd like to add one more
Yes,
thing.
Srishti.
Like you must say, like I'm not from a technical background, and why would I
Yeah,
do this? How can I cope up with the curriculum if it's so technology driven? So actually, like I would like to say, like we have a variety of student like backgrounds of students here. So we have BBA, we have BCom, we have BE. Like we also have a classmate who is a chef. So yeah, you can imagine there is a variety of background here. And for that, for everyone to come into a one, single space, right? For that, our college conducts like bridge courses. So we have finance bridge course, and then we have technical or technology or telecommunication bridge.
yes.
So what I like here, what happens is if you're from a technical background, you can attend a finance bridge course because it will give you more knowledge about finance. And then if you're from BBA or BCom background, so and you don't have basics of technology, so you can attend a technology bridge course. So this brings everybody, everyone together, and everyone knows same amount of have same knowledge, right? So no one can feel left out, or no one will say like, I don't know about this, or I don't know about that. So everyone are on the same page here. So this was I want to
Yeah,
add it. Moving forward.
yeah. So you can see our summer placement statistics. So highest stipend is 1,60,000, average 25 is 90,980, and average top 50 75,250. So Shushti, you want to talk about the final placements?
So the final placements of 2020-2022 batch is highest package was 29.04 LPA. Top average of 25 was 19.66 LPA. And batch average is 11.63 LPA. And also, as you can see below, recruiters, there are just few of our topic, there are few recruiters which are in top. It's like EY, IBM, Accenture, Capgemini, Infosys, Deloitte, Cognizant. These are recruiters. And also, if you want to know more about our placements and our recruiters, you can visit our website also. Like there is in detail mention everything. So you can
Yeah,
visit our
it's in the
website.
description.
Yeah.
It is mentioned in our description. You all can go and visit there.
So this
Yeah.
is of our SIDTM and about SNAP. We would also like to discuss one sample question paper with you guys so that you can get a proper knowledge of it, like what types of questions come and what you can
Yeah,
expect in the exam and
that can
how you
come.
can approach the paper. So let me just share. the question paper. Anvesha, can you see my slide screen?
Yes, I'm able to see.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see it's a SNAP mock paper. It is prepared thinking accordingly how the SNAP exam pattern is. So as we have discussed how the verbal ability section goes, what type of questions may come, you can see there's find the odd one out, find the synonym, and yes, choose
I
the
would like to
correct
add
word.
here also one thing, like for English verbal ability, actually, there are a lot of during my question, like when I was giving paper, a lot of synonyms and antonyms were there, and for you to get, because the question is like, if you know, you know, if you don't know, you just don't know. You can't just bluff around there because it's a synonym. So for that, I think Anvesha has mentioned the tip, right? You should always learn new words, and you should add new words to your vocabulary. That will help you a lot in the questions like synonyms also. So it's very important for you to increase your vocabulary.
Yes. Then let's go down, let's scroll down. Then you can see, yeah, find a word. Now this type of question, the find a word closest in meaning, you can see the question number 4. If you don't know the meaning of that word, how can you answer that? So that's the thing, you should increase your vocabulary, you should learn new words every day. If you don't know the meaning, I don't think so you can answer this question. I also don't know what is the meaning. If I didn't know the meaning of hostages, I couldn't know what is the answer. So this type of questions may come. So that's why you should increase your vocabulary. Now going to question number 5. Identify the correct figure of speech. So let's read the question. The art laughs beneath my heavy feet at the blasphemy in my old jangly walk. Now it is asking, the question is about what is the correct figure of speech? Is it a simile? It is a metonymy, personification? So the thing is, if you don't know what is a simile, what is a metaphor, you can't answer this question. So this type of questions may also come. Actually, this type of question has come last year. I remember during my SNAP examination, I have remember. Do you remember,
Yeah,
Shushti? This type
yeah,
of question
I
has
do.
come, right?
Actually,
Yeah. So this type,
what happened was, we had got like a small short poem also, like three,
yes,
four
yes,
lines
yes,
poem,
yeah.
and they asked us to, identify the figure of speech. So sometimes it can be a just one line also, and sometimes it can be a like a short poem also.
So yeah, so that's why you should know what are the options, what are the definitions of this. So the answer is personification. So what the definition is given, that art is not a living thing, however it is still given like human like qualities, which is what personification is. Yes, personification is defining which is not a living which is not a living thing, non-living thing as a living thing. So that's why this is the correct figure of speech. Let's scroll
And,
down, Shushti.
see, word opposite meaning of a word. That will be, you can do it if you know the word's meaning.
Yes,
Then,
this is the
yeah.
poem. This type of poems can come in the SNAP examination because this has come last year.
Also, here, see the fill in the blank with proper conditional. For these type of questions, you should know the basics of grammar, because here what happens is you can get confused between like two options. You always get confused with two options. So that is that if your basics are clear, then you can, identify and you can eliminate one option and then you can choose one another. But if you're not well, you do not have basics clear. So I think then it can cause an issue and you can mark a wrong answer. So having the basics clear of grammar also is very important.
Yes.
Again, if we move further, see
Yes.
the question 13. If I
Uh,
can read this question, Anusha. Uh,
yeah. Tell them how you will go about this question. Yeah.
for me, how like here the question is arrange it in you have to make a complete meaningful sentence. So first, I think we have to read, as I mentioned earlier, so read it once, twice or thrice, right? So India has been a land dash that than the warrior of administrator. So I'll go by step how I would do it. So first, it's like the first P option is but in the sense that learning. So when but comes, right, it has to be something contradicting or something like that, which doesn't make sense right now because India has been a land. It's nothing contradicting you. So so that is eliminated. So we go to the second option, that is not indeed in sense. Again, the not indeed comes, so it doesn't make sense with what is before given to us. And then we go to R, the option R, and learn the man has been held in higher esteem. So here also, if India has been a land and learned the man, it doesn't make sense that much. So we'll eliminate that option also. And then we go to the last option of learning through the ages. So I think out of the four, for me, the last one is making more sense as it is. So India has been a land of learning through the ages. It's making more sense than the above three ones. So I check after that, after doing this, I check the options that are given to me. So as you can see, there is only one option, that is D with the starting S. So I mark my answer S, right? It's a easy, right? If if what happens is sometimes in options also there are like two options given which is starting from S, right? So you have to again move further. You have to select the second sentence which will go. So accordingly you have to select. But if you're just getting it in one, like if you're just getting the answer in one sentence, so it's fine also. You should not waste your time. Always be vigilant because you should always pay attention to question, to the options that are given, and to the answer, like options, and from there you have to choose the answer, right? So if you have not seen the question, then you will solve the all the four, and then you will see which is the correct sequence, right? That will lose your time also. You will lose your time. So always see, and then this is the way I do, and I think Anvesha can share some light on this.
Yeah, I did the same way actually. The way Srushti explained, I decided which sentence would go appropriately first. Then, if I would search that, if it is in the option, I would go with that option. I definitely did how Srushti did. I don't think so there's any other way of solving this type of questions. We have to go about this way only. But the thing is, you have to do it fast. To do it fast, you have to practice this type of questions. You have to do this type of questions in mocks, and para questions or this type of question, I think are one of the favorites in SNAP examination. This comes every year, so you should practice about.
Okay, so this was verbal ability. Now
Yeah,
moving forward, we
yeah.
can go to the quantitative aptitude. In quantitative aptitude, you can see the questions based on number series or integers and all. These are the questions. And of course, you have the profit and loss questions also are very common in SNAP. They ask. Anisha, what would you like to
Yes,
say?
yes, I would say please practice, as I've before also suggested, the questions from easy, medium to difficult level. Please practice every type of questions. Here you can see there is percentage type questions in question number 3, and the fourth number you can see this is the number system questions. There can maybe also questions about permutation combination. Please practice every type of question because every type of question may come, and I already told you the shortcuts you must prepare for the mathematics. Yeah, the seventh number question, this is the ratio and proportion question. Ratio and proportion
Yeah,
question, one question come, yes, right,
yeah.
Shushti, one question to all comes.
Mostly it
And
comes.
yes, yes, and eighth number question, it is about
I
averages
would
and
like to
mixtures.
add one more thing here. As Anisha also mentioned earlier, like knowing the basics is very important. Like you should know the tables frequently, the cube roots of the numbers, the square roots, the squares, the cubes, the ratios. Everything is important because what happens is when you're solving now, it becomes easier for you actually because you know the answer. Like you can solve it quicker. But like if I give an example, like if you're not good at mental calculations or something like that, or if you don't know the squares or something, so you have to take the two numbers and then you have to multiply it, and then it takes more time. So this way you can avoid, losing your time if you know the shortcuts. Like not, I'm not saying like every shortcut you should know, but like yeah, the basic shortcuts, the cubes, the squares, these shortcuts you must know because that will help you to solve the question quicker in quantitative aptitude. Moving further, here you can see it's the distance
Yeah,
question
time
and the
and
ratio.
distance questions also you must practice. Yes, time and work, time and distance, everything that is covered in arithmetic, any type of question may come. Mostly, I think arithmetic type questions do come. So please practice all the questions under the arithmetic and geometry,
Also,
mensuration.
the one more important thing is choose a question properly because some questions can be very lengthy. And those are the questions that you have to avoid in SNAP, the questions that are
Yes,
lengthy. Because if you get stuck on the question, you will get stuck and you will lose time. And after like spending 5 minutes on the question and you're still not getting the answer, and then you realize like, I should move on. So
yes.
that's not good. So you should always practice more and you should get familiarized with lot of questions, different types of questions. And then in exam, then leave those questions that are going to take a lot of time of yours, and that will help you to get more marks. So I think that's good for
Yeah,
quantitative aptitude. Let's get moving
yeah.
to analytical and
Analytical and
logical.
logical. So the first question is about the direction questions. So this type of questions come. Is Srishti right? Last year, I think there
Right.
were like two
Yeah.
questions from
And
directions.
and you always get confused in north, south, east, west.
Yes,
Not like
yes.
confused, but what happens is you read the question once and then you start solving. So sometimes you forget, like if the question is given south, but you like, oh, I read it north, so it's north. And then you get a wrong answer. And then you have to do the entire calculation again, and but you don't have that much time to do it again.
Yeah. So this type of question seems really easy. North, south, east, west, this type of question seems really easy. But I'm telling you, in Snap, it doesn't give you that easily. They will twist it. So you have to practice this type of questions. They will twist it. So you have to practice. And this is a scoring section. If direction questions you can score easily, but you have to practice. And then we
As
see the second.
Anvisa
Yeah.
also, yeah, one more. As Anvisa mentioned, it's a scoring section, and it is not just for you; it's for everybody. Everyone thinks the same. It's scoring section. So what you can do is you can be prepared so well that you can like if you can solve it in if the other person can solve it 1 minute, you should solve it in less than 1 minute. Because it's a scoring section, everybody is going to do the same study which you're going to do. Everybody is going to practice the same questions which you're going to practice. But that's where get an edge over everyone. Like you need to have a timer. You need to have like a thing like I will solve it in within 1 minute, right? So that's how you solve more number of questions in the SNAP exam.
So the second question, Shrishti, can you scroll up? The second question was about blood relations. Yeah, blood relations questions also comes a lot. These also seems easy. Mother, daughter, father, it seems like that, but it is not easy. In Snap, last year, do you remember a question came? It was so twisted and everybody got
I
different
know.
answers, Shrishti.
Yeah. Right. It
Yes.
was. I don't remember the question as it is, but it was difficult. And I remember I was like reading and reading the question again and again, but
Yeah.
I was not like, "Okay, what are they asking?" Like I was not getting it. So yeah, it can be like as we mentioned earlier, also the level of difficulty can be varied. Like for us, some different topics were difficult. For you, some different topics can come difficult. So obviously it varies here and there. So sometimes the blood relation can come easy, sometimes difficult. So you should know, like you should have practiced each type of questions. Then I think you can then solve it very well in the SNAP exam.
Shrishti, we have discussed. Let's get to the audience questions now. Let's take some
Okay.
questions. Okay.
Yeah. Should I
So
stop the screen there? Yeah, wait, I'll just
no,
stop the
yeah, okay. Let's take
screen.
some audience questions.
Yeah.
The first question is, do you suggest any YouTube channel that Snap aspirants should follow? Would you like to take that, Shrishti?
Yeah, there are I think a lot of uh, channels on YouTube that you can follow, but I think for me, you can follow C2C mentors, and obviously you can follow our channel also SIDTM because we are going to continue with the series that we are doing right now. So there are more
Yes.
videos going to come on our YouTube channel. So you can follow us also on our social media because there also we are going to post a lot of things that will be helpful for your SNAP preparations. Would you like to say anything, Anvita?
Yeah, same for me. And also, I would like to take up the second question. So the second question is, from where can I get Quality practice questions. Okay, I would say you can register for free mocks. The free mocks link is in the description, and where you can give out a few mock papers, and the questions in the papers are relevant to the actual SNAP exam. As we have discussed the paper, you can already understand we have made this mock paper relevant to the SNAP examination, the examination we gave last year. So we are providing free mock, we are providing mocks where you can actually attempt it and you will find relevance in the SNAP examination.
The
Yeah.
similar mocks that we currently store, it's a sample also, and
Yeah.
similar to these mocks, will be distributing more mocks like this and coming out with more mocks for you guys.
Shushti, would you like to take the third question?
Sure, Anisha.
Yeah. So the question is, could you please suggest some tips for mastering the logical reasoning section, or should I give less attention to it and dedicate all my towards other sections?
Okay, so firstly, the second part of the question, should I avoid it or give other section more important? I think you should not do that. So, according to me, you should focus on all the three sections. But at the same time, you can focus on the sections that you're more confident also. Like if you're confident in verbal and quantitative, as you mentioned, I guess. So you can focus more, you can give more time to it when you're on the D-Day, on you're solving the paper. You can give more time to verbal and quantitative and get like full marks in it and give a specific amount of time for logical and solve how much you can. And for the first, what was the first question, Anisha? I forgot.
The question was, can you suggest some tips
Tips
for
for
mastering the
logical. Yeah.
logical? Yeah, we have
Yeah.
already
So
done, but
for
you.
yeah, we have already done, but I think for me, the logical reasoning was the most interesting part. I would love to solve logical questions. So that was the only one thing I always used to like whenever I wanted to study, when I was not in mood to study, I would do logical. But for you, if you want tips, I think practicing more, practice from different books or different websites, different questions, right? Because on internet there is a vast variety of questions you will get and practice all of them, right? Practice all. Also on YouTube you will get a lot of questions. Practice those questions also and make yourself familiar with those questions. And one more is like if you're facing a difficulty in a topic in logical reasoning, try to do it more. If you're giving 100% and you still can't get the topic right, okay, it's fine. You can do the basics,
Yeah.
and then if a difficult question comes in an exam, you can just attend other question. It's not compulsory like you have to solve each and every question, right? So you can choose what to leave and what to solve in the exam also.
Yeah, so this question was asked by Sahil. I hope we have answered your question, Sahil. So the next question is by Cryptomaniac. So it is a question. I am mostly aligned towards the digital aspect of MBA. Will SIDTM be helpful for me? Obviously. SIDTM is the college. You should come for digital. It is in the name, it is written digital and telecom. And it is for the digital era that you are undergoing. So yes,
It is
SIDTM
one of
will
the
be,
top colleges in the niche domain, right? Like today, the world
yes,
is like
yes,
you should have a niche domain, and
yes,
this
yes.
college is a niche domain for digital and telecom. So if you're interested,
So
it's the best college you can be in.
So SIDTM with its digital first pedagogy will surely help you in your interest. We have subjects like cloud and digital marketing and robotic process automation, which are aligned well with the current industry. But along with
Your
this digital,
analytics. Too.
yes, we have
Yeah.
different specializations also, systems, analytics, and you can also learn about finance. But along with digital also, we learn about telecom too. Telecom is a very interesting subject. Please, you can, like, you will really love it. Since
Right, it's
now,
very interesting. And right now,
yes,
it's currently very trending also because of 5G and
yes,
everything. I think the
yes,
entire industry is going to change right now because 5G has been in India, right?
yes.
So there is going to be a lot of progression in that. But
Yes, as Srushti has told, digital and telecom are getting closer, as we can see in this world day by day. And it's crucial to study both the aspects of digital and telecom. And this is the right place to study digital. So I hope we have answered your question. So the next question is from Soumya. As I'm from a commerce background, do you think it will be good for me to join SIDTM? You want to take it up?
Yeah, okay.
to
I'll dig
share.
it out. As I mentioned earlier, also, like we have bridge courses and everything. So,
Hmm.
even though if you're not from technical, you're from commerce background, right? So you will not face any difficulty as in the curriculum. Also, it can be something new to learn because you have never learned it. Something new, something exciting, right? And obviously, it aligns well with today's industry also because everything is technology driven. Everything is 5G, cloud, AI, ML, everything is driven by technology. This will give you a good edge because everyone, like a normal MBA, it's like if you see general MBA and DTM, right? So every DTM has everything that general MBA has, just a one step further. We have technology in us, so that gives us a very good edge also because everything is technology based today. Would you like to say something, Anisha?
Yes, yes. I would like to say any student can come to SIDTM. Even you are from commerce, BSc, and any other course that you have studied, you all things will be taught to you from scratch. There are bridge courses, all things will be taught to you from scratch, and so there you will not find any difficulty. Don't think if you are from a non-technical background you can't study technology here. You can, and you will learn it very well. The faculties are very good. They will teach you from scratch, so don't worry about it
And
at
not
all.
just Yeah, and not just technology, I think management also. Like we go hand in hand with technology and management, right? We bridge that
Yes.
gap that is there in the industry where sometimes, right, managers don't know what the technology goes behind a certain system or process. So we bridge those gaps between the industry. So yeah, management and technology goes hand in hand, Mr. Giti.
Okay,
Any
so the
further
next
question?
question. Huh?
Next question. Anushka.
Yes, next question is by Amrit. What extra courses do we learn at SIDTM? So I would like to say the extra courses are Cisco. We will learn about IBM SPSS. Then we can learn about digital forensics, digital risk management, robotic automation, process by UiPath. So you can see, thinking about the digital domain now, digital era now, advancement of 5G technology, all these courses are incorporated in our syllabus. We get to learn about all these things, and I think that's why this is a very niche domain. DTN, digital and telecom, is a very niche domain because you are, along with management, you are learning about all the technology stuff that you need in this era, about everything. So these are the extra courses. I hope we have answered your question, Amrit. And
Further question? Any?
further questions are, yes, can a fresher join SIDTM?
Oh, I would like to answer that question.
Yeah.
Because I am a fresher. So yeah, so of course a fresher can join SIDTM, and I think it's a very good opportunity for a fresher also. There are a lot of freshers in our batch also. Like it's a mixed batch. We have experience, we have freshers. So yeah, you can join, and of course, like as I mentioned, like there are bridge courses and there are different types of courses also. So you can get knowledge from all, like you have a variety of knowledge that you can gain and experience also, right? And that can be a very good thing for a fresher, according to me. Anvisha, would you like to say something?
Yes, yes, same thing. I am also a fresher, and yes, you can learn a lot. Don't ever think work experience people can only come to SIDTM. There are many freshers. It is a mix of freshers, work experience people. You can obviously come here and you will learn a lot. And yeah,
Yeah, I like to add here one more thing.
yes,
I like to add here one more thing, Anvisha.
yes, yes, you can.
When I came into the college, when I came into the college, is my net okay? Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Am I
yes.
audible? Yeah. Okay. So when I came into the college, I got a very completely different experience because when I was doing my BE, everyone was fresher, right? Everybody knew same exactly as what I did. So it was for me coming to SIDTM made me, get new experiences. I have friends who have work ex and all, and I get to learn a lot from them. So that is one of the things I love about SIDTM, or even the mix of fresher and work ex everybody. So you get to learn from
Yes,
different people,
yes.
different experiences. You get to know about the professionalism that you need in the industry, right? And if we talk about the placements, or if you're if you're worried if the freshers are placed or not. So SIDTM and SIDTM, everybody is placed. There is nothing like there's nothing like only work ex or only fresher. Everybody is placed in SIDTM. So if you're a fresher and if you want to join, you can join SIDTM.
Yeah. Okay. Then one more question was there. How? Let's take one more question and we're going to wrap it up. Okay. So the last question is: Are there any digital marketing profiles?
Digital marketing profile. Would you like to take this, Anisha?
Yes, yes, there are digital marketing profiles. Digital marketing profiles, digital marketing profiles are provided by SIDTM, as is the digital and telecom course. And also you will learn about in detail, actually, in this about digital marketing. How is it done? How is the search engine optimization, all about that. And for the further details, you can check our placement reports, where we have already mentioned the various recruiters and different job profiles we provide here.
Yeah, we have variety of job profiles. As you know, like we have different types of specializations, and that makes different types of job profiles in our companies come to us with different job profiles. So we have a variety, and you can get your dream job here actually in your dream placement, right? So yeah, variety of job profiles. Okay.
Okay, one more last question we're gonna take up. This is the question by Abis Arora. So, are all placements from the telecom domain?
No, actually, not all our placements are from telecom domain. There are different domains are also present there. You can go on our website and see, like it's given in the detail also. You can get more knowledge about it there. But right now, I would say not only the telecom domain.
Yes, we have different domains. That's why I said, please, the placement reports are mentioned in the description. Please go there. You will know that it is only not fixed to telecom domain. These are digital and telecom school, but you get to learn about the different aspects. So I would suggest, please go to the placement reports. You can see our recruiters there. You can see the job profiles our college provides. So yeah,
Yeah, their
I
marketing domain also profiles are there, and analytics and every domain.
yeah. So I
So that
think,
was the last
yeah,
question, right?
yes, that is the last question. We are going to wrap up. Shrishti, you would like to say something?
So I hope we have covered like most of your doubts, and I hope that our tips will help you in preparing for your examination. Even if you have not started yet, you can start right now. It's not late. You can do it, and I hope everyone does well. You have 3 tries also, so be positive and give your exam. Even if like your one exam doesn't go well, on something happens, the day is not your day, so don't worry, give another. We have more chance. Give that exam and ace it, guys, because I know you can. Like, if everybody can, and you can also. And so just believe in yourself and work hard, and surely you will ace your exam.
Yes, I also hope our tips will help you in some way, and stay tuned to this channel. Please subscribe, and this type of webinars are more appearing. Thank you for joining us, and we will also see you again next week. And I hope all of you prepare well, and I hope we are able to help you in some way. All the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. As Anvisha also mentioned, there are more webinars coming on our YouTube channel. For you to know about this beforehand, please follow us on Instagram. You will get to know when we are going to go live, and which topics are we going to do more. Everything will be on our social media pages. So yeah, you can get more information there.
Yeah. All the best, guys.
All the best, everybody. Bye.
Bye.